Hello, thank you for joining us on this episode of Sports Bets for Free. My name is Scott Jenkins, your host, just a local sports bettor here in Phoenix, Arizona. Hopefully today with our bets, your bets, is going to be another profitable day for you. Saturday, May 24th, how about basketball show? WNBA and the NBA, we've got two WNBA games, both kicking off pretty early, and then an NBA game to top it off. We'll get started with the WNBA. Friday night WNBA, it was big dogs almost upsetting everybody, right? Aces had to come way back. Mystics had to come back late. Big comebacks for big favorites, 16.5 and 14. Didn't cover, but didn't at least lose on the money line when they were minus 1,000 or so. The Mercury did keep it close in the first half. They had a lead. Did lose to the Storm late. Valkyries and Sparks wasn't too bad of a game either, so a good 4-game slate on Friday. We got 2 games on Saturday, and we got a big-time matchup and then 2 of the bottom teams. So we'll get started with the big-time matchup, 1 o'clock Eastern time. Liberty traveled to the Fever. Fever get upset on the last game. Clark had a horrible game for her standards. And, they're 2-1. Liberty 2-0. They've been solid so far. Spanked the Aces at home. Ionescu still hasn't played that well yet. Brittany Stewart hasn't had her best start yet either. So 2-0 in a 44-game stretch with 2 below-average games probably for the Liberty. Liberty 3.5 to 4-point favorite here. 171.5 because it's a Fever total. Everything is maxed out, it seems like, to the rim. The Liberty, not a scoring machine like the Fever, but they do play a much better defense. And this one here, let's give you all the bets. We do lean Liberty here. They're the best team right now, or best team in the WNBA. Fever are in top 4. Mystics and Aces had to work for it last night. Those are the other 2 teams probably in the top 4, but Liberty look really good again this year, poised to win back-to-back titles. Liberty -2 in the first half, 3.5 for the game. Cloud, who has averaged 20 points a game for the first 2, over 13.5 points. We're also going to play Cloud 18-plus points. You got to search for those. Not every book's going to have an 18 option. DraftKings did. Caitlin Clark, under 21.5 points, under 3.5 threes. Ionescu, who's not shot the ball well at all either, 3+ threes. And Stewart, 2+ threes. Caitlin Clark, 10+ assists. Under 36.5 par for Clark. Like I said, she's probably going to get around 10, 11 assists, 5, 6 rebounds. We just think she scores maybe 15, 16 and keeps under par there. Ionescu for 26 par. That's not much for her. Cloud over 17 points plus rebounds in that one. So a lot of player props available in that Liberty Fever game. Not so much in a lot of the other games, just to give you a heads up. Not every play. It's not like the NBA where they've got 27 people for points totals. Doesn't work that way in the WNBA. It's mainly focused around the big time stars. And that. So next game up, Dream and the Wings. Wings obviously number 1 pick because they're a worst team last season. Did get Paige Beckers. And they're kind of exciting to watch. Total in this one's 169. Dream at home favored by 5.5. The total's pretty high in this one again because most teams seem to score 90 against the Wings because their defense is their turnstile. They let everybody through. They're going to have to shore that up in order to get some wins. But they are pretty fun to watch offensively. And Paige is going to fit in nice as well. And, Caitlin Clark, you guys remember what Clark did last year, right? Start of the season, everybody's pissed because she wasn't hitting 4 or 5 threes and scoring 25 games. It takes a little while to get assimilated to the WNBA. I mean, you got the best players in the world. It's not like playing college where you're the best player that you might see for weeks. So, like I said, we do like the Dream in this spot. Few player props as well. Dream -2.5 first half, 5.5 for the game. Paige under 14.5 points. She's only eclipsed this mark once in 3 games already. Ogunbali under 17.5 points and under 2.5 threes. Brianna Jones over 8.5 rebounds, currently averaging like 13 rebounds a game. And then Paige Beckers under 6.5 assists. All right, so that's the 2 WNBA games. We get to the NBA now. Knicks are in a shit show hole. They're not, both series 2-0. The home team in the Western Conference Finals with the Thunder. Travel on the road. That's actually who we're going to play game 3. That's who we've got for game 3. And then you go to the Knicks series. They're in major trouble. The Knicks thought they won basically the championship because they got past the Celtics. They forgot, though, the Pacers, and then there's a Western Conference foe that can whoop their ass as well, are next up. So, a little bit of trouble, to say the least, for the Knicks. I think the Knicks losing game 2 cost them the series. But I don't think the Pacers are sweeping them by any stretch either. We do expect the Knicks to put up a fight, kind of like the Celtics did in game 3. They were down 2 after losing 2 at home. They get the third game on the road as it was do or die time for them. So could see that same type of effort. It was back and forth the entire game. Pacers took control in the fourth and never relinquished it. And that was not their best game either. The thing the Knicks have to worry about is, like I said, normally the Pacers have that flawless game, and it hasn't been game 1 or game 2. And actually the Pacers have been playing well above their skis when it comes to defense. Now, let's get back to this T-Wolves Thunder series. Thunder looked like the team to beat and the whole damn thing, like they have been all season long. Second halves especially. The T-Wolves look like they're overmatched. There's so much depth for the Thunder. They can run. They're better on defense. They turn you over. And they've got more guys that can put it in the hole. SGA, obviously, MVP. He's the leading scorer in the league, and he shows it pretty much on a nightly basis. And then you've got Chet Holmgren can throw in 10 to 15 or so. Jalen Williams can get you 20 or so. Hartenstein gets you 8 to 12. Dort gets you 8 to 12. And then they got guys off the bench who give quality minutes, especially on the defensive end. A bunch of 3-and-D guys. They've got guys all over the place that can get you points. And that's kind of the key. They don't if you guys watched the Knicks game last night, I was barking on the live show about that was the worst rotation I've ever seen with Karl Anthony Towns, Bridges, Mitchell Robinson. They got guys that can't score. They got 4 guys that really can't score. It's all Towns. So if you guard Towns, they're not going to score for a stretch of 6 minutes. OG's got to be on a different rotation. But Tom Thibodeau's, like I said, we've mentioned this for years. And anytime it's a Thibodeau thing in the playoffs, you go back and listen to those episodes, it's the same thing. Best coach in the NBA to get you from 20 to 40 wins. Worst coach ever to try to win a championship. He will not win one with him. But anyway, to get back to the T-Wolves here, I think this is going to be, game 3 is obviously a monster, right? If the Thunder win this, the thing's over. The Thunder know this. The T-Wolves know this. The Thunder are favored by 2.5 on the road, 218 total. The big difference between these two teams is the Thunder really don't go through 5-minute stretches where they don't score. The T-Wolves rely so heavily on Anthony Edwards, and they hope they get miracle games from Julius Randle, that they don't really have a lot of their options. McDaniels is a nice little player, great defensive guy, not a major scorer. Walker Alexander. Rudy Gobert can't score anymore. It's ridiculous to watch him on there. Mike Conley doesn't score anymore. They could definitely use an upgrade at the point guard position. It's just a lot of guys disappear and it ends up being the Anthony Edwards show. I think Edwards is going to come out and say, screw this. This is my house. We're getting a game. We're going to get game 3 to try to make this a series. But I do expect the T-Wolves to kind of come out of here game 3. Now, game 4, I think, is going to be a different story. Now, if the T-Wolves don't get game 3, then they probably get game 4 and we get a gentleman's sweep. But I expect the T-Wolves to come out and fight harder than they have the whole damn series in this one. T-Wolves, even though they're plus points, we're just going to take money lines here. Money line first quarter, money line first half, money line for the game. SGA, 2+ steals again. If you're going to keep giving us at 2 and it's barely minus money or plus money, we're going to hammer the shit out of it. We did here again. SGA, 2+ steals. SGA, under 32.5 points. Now, he's had 5 straight games of 30, so 32.5. It was either playing for 30 plus or under. We're going to play him. I think he finishes the game right at 30. This is a sweat bet on this one, I promise you. This is not for the faint of heart. Jalen Williams under 20.5 points. On the road, he did tend to struggle scoring points in the first couple series. Ant-Man at home, 28-plus points. We're also going to sprinkle a little bit on 35-plus points. DiVincenzo, 10-plus points. Let's see. Carson Wallace, defensive stud. Offense basically is layups and dunks. Under 6.5 points. Ant-Man, we're going to go 4+ threes and 5+ threes. We think he gets the 3-ball going. That's why the point total goes way up. SGA under 1.5 threes. Aaron Wiggins, no threes. He didn't even attempt one in the last game. Holmgren under 8.5 rebounds. Wasn't close to that in the last game either. Ant-Man under 7.5 rebounds. DiVincenzo off the bench, 3+ threes, 4+ threes. SGA, 7+ assists. Ant-Man, 41+ par, points, assists, rebounds combined. Chet under 26.5 par. First of all, he's struggling with the rebounds. Again, with Gobert in there, and then also Hartenstein. But he's also struggling. You know, most of his points are coming by the dunk. I think they limited a few of those dunks. And then Chet, so we did Chet under par. And then Julius Randle, who's had 5 turnovers in both games, 3+ turnovers and 4+ turnovers in this one. All right, so we just went through a bunch of bets. How do we get a chance to take a look at all those bets? No problem at all. We've got them posted in multiple spots online, TikTok, YouTube, channel pages, as well at the end of every episode on YouTube. It's a link to our Google Sheets. It's also on our Discord channel as well. The link to the Google Sheets, docs.google.com/spreadsheet, bunch of other stuff behind it. Click on the link. Go to the basketball 24-25 tab for the NBA. Go to the basketball 25-26 for the WNBA. Make sure you check those out. You can see all of our bets, what juice we got them at, how many units we wagered, what book we placed them at, then obviously the result when we're finished. Do you like the content you're seeing here and want to see some more? We'd love to have you along for the ride. All you need to do is hit follow or subscribe, depending on the social media platform you're watching us on. We'll show up in your follow or subscriptions tab, or make life simple for yourself. Turn on the notifications for that social media platform. You get a notification sent to your phone or device to let you know Sports Bets for Free has dropped a new episode of bets. Give you plenty of time to match those up with your bets. Give you a ton of confidence you need heading to the betting app or betting window. Discord channel available for all of you out there. This is where people want to be, man. They want to be with other sports wager-minded people. That's what the Discord is for. It's one of the cheapest one out there. It's a cup of Starbucks, 1 cup of Starbucks a month if you just want to kind of get on the entry level. $6, $10, or $25 a month. We will be raising the price of this, let's see, by July 1st. So if you get in now, you will be grandfathered in as well at the price. You won't have to pay the increase. So excellent opportunity to get in there. And not only are you going to get the bets before everybody else, you're going to get bonus bets with Formula One and golf this week that we didn't post publicly. You're also going to get parlay, all kinds of different parlays we throw out for the group as well. And plus, all the questions you could possibly want. Educate yourself a little bit more on sports wagering. This is a place to be. Subscribe to us through TikTok at Sports Bets for Free. Once you do, we will send you the Discord invite. If you can't, for some reason, subscribe through TikTok, please contact us through one of these social media platforms. We will be more than happy to figure out other arrangements to get you in that Discord as well. We do appreciate everybody's support as always, and we look forward to seeing you on the next episode.